Hello everyone and welcome. In this video we are going to explore material expressions in Unreal Engine, the essential components that define how your materials look, behave and respond to the world. From simple color values to advanced procedural effects, these nodes are the foundation of everything you build in the material editor. Material expressions are individual nodes that either produce a specific value, like a constant color, texture or vector, or perform an operation, such as blending, multiplying, or modifying inputs in some way. You can think of each node as a small, self-contained black box that processes data and outputs a result. These outputs can be connected to other expressions or wired directly to the final material inputs, like base color, metallic or opacity. Each node includes a title bar at the top, which shows its name and sometimes its function. On the left side, you will find inputs. These are connection points where you can pass values or link other nodes. On the right, you will see outputs, which carry the result of that node's calculation. Many nodes also feature a preview window, giving you a live update of the output. You can refresh this preview manually by pressing the spacebar, or let it update automatically depending on the node type. There is also a description field available in the details panel. This lets you document what the node is doing, especially helpful when building complex graphs or collaborating with a team. Now let's talk about parameters, one of the most important types of material expressions. Parameters are what allow you to create material instances where certain values can be adjusted without modifying the original graph. They also enable runtime changes via blueprints or C++, a crucial feature for interactive or stylized games. When using parameters, it's important to assign a unique parameter name in the details panel. This name is how the engine identifies the parameter when you're working in the material instance editor or referencing it in the code. If you reuse the same name for multiple parameters of the same type within a single material, Unreal will treat them as a single shared value. That means changing one will automatically change the others. Useful in some cases, but something to be aware of. You will also define a default value, which is the baseline, used unless it's overridden in the instance. This gives you full control over what the material should look like when no changes have been applied. Material expressions are organized into categories to make them easier to browse. Each category groups nodes with similar purposes. Some are used constantly, while others are more specialized. You have the color category, where you can adjust or manipulate color inputs, for example, the desaturation node. Then there are constants which output fixed values. Coordinates handle UV data, texture movement, and world positioning. Nodes like texture coordinate, panel, or action position world space all fall under this group. You will also find math nodes, which cover everything from add, multiply, and clamp to complex interpolations and vector math. These are essential for nearly every kind of material logic. Need more advanced control? The custom category lets you write your own shader code directly in the graph. And if you're working with landscapes or particle systems, there are dedicated categories like landscape, particles, and depth, with expressions such as landscape, layer blend, particle color, or pixel depth. There is also material function expressions, which allow you to reuse sets of nodes across different materials, improving consistency and reducing duplication. And don't forget parameters, which come in various forms, including scalar parameter, vector parameter, and texture sample parameter 2D. These categories are accessible from the materials editor's palette, or by right-clicking in the graph and searching for what you need. And that's your introduction to material expressions in Unreal Engine. We have covered how these nodes are structured, how parameters give you dynamic control, and how expressions are categorized so you can build exactly what you need, from glowing magical effects to realistic surface shading. Now it's your turn to explore, experiment, and bring your materials to life. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.